Yes, thank you. Look, there was a time when if you wanted porn, you had to pay for it, maybe in the form of DVDs or premium cable channels. But now the internet, well, they've kind of proven that there's now a free option.
The adult entertainment industry has always been a pioneer of new technologies. From VHS to HD DVD and the internet, the industry has adopted early and made billions. But now that free internet pornography is so abundant, technology itself may threaten the billions made by the porn industry every year. Sales of X-rated DVDs have plunged 30% over the last 2 years, while ad-based internet porn sales grew by 14%. YouTube-like sites that encourage users to upload homemade clips receive 15 million hits a day, and free ad-supported pornography is virtually unlimited. Will the adult entertainment industry crack the internet puzzle, or will porn companies fall victim to the user-generated generation? Clear your browser history. It's The Loop.
All right, my guest tonight from Charlotte, North Carolina, PornoTube marketing associate Suzanne Knudsen is here, and from Los Angeles, co-founder of Wanted List, An Tran is here. Gentlemen, welcome to The Loop, and lady, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Free porn, it might just be two of the most exciting things in the English language when you put them together. I love those words. And your site is like a XXX Netflix, really. You're banking on the concept that people are going to want to pay to rent porn on DVD, and because of that, I mean, clearly you must be threatened by free porn on the internet, right?
Well, free porn has actually existed since the dawn of the internet, and basically what's happening today is that their website and all these other free websites, there might be proliferation of them, but all these sites they're kind of like teaser sites that pretty much push traffic to real high-quality content sites like ours, where you actually have a real user experience where people are watching full-length movies, and that's what people are paying for. I mean, the statistic is right. 96% of people find free porn out there, but the reality is 96% of those people are actually going out and making that step further and buying the adult products themselves.
Do you really think that's the case? Because, Suzanne, I don't know how the porn industry can compete against something that's free. I mean, yes, they're teaser clips, maybe, 3 to 5 minutes in length, but last time I checked, I think that's all people really needed, right?
I think what you're finding, though, is that there are a lot of people that are using sites like the ones I work for to just use it as a sampler, almost like a buffet, to just go through and say, well, I feel like, feet tonight. No, feet's not doing it for me. I feel like big booty tonight. Nah, it's not doing it for me. I feel like pterodactyls. That's what I want tonight. And it's right there for them, and they can find it, and then they can
Wait, where are the pterodactyls again?
Are.
Because I've been searching high and low, and Google has provided me nothing.
Well, see, you're looking in the wrong place.
Apparently. Well, according to Luke Ford, a columnist for the industry, he said only 1 in 1,000 people actually pay for their porn on the internet. So, is that enough to sustain this industry, or do they need to change their game up?
That number is, I think it's incorrect. The online adult industry is $2.6 billion, and the offline adult industry is about $2.5 billion. Total, that's $5 billion. I guarantee you it's not, 50 million. It's not, 5 guys spending $5 billion each or $1 billion each. It's a much larger population. And even though people are out there to look for free stuff, which we always do, like, we go to YouTube for entertainment value, but we don't stop going to the movie theaters.
Sure, we're still buying movies, even though we're seeing clips of them online.
Yeah, and the reality is what people are trying to do is they're trying to gravitate towards good sites. These teaser sites are great sites, but our concern about some of the teaser sites out there is you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you. You don't want to have too much content out there.
Suzanne, go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, I was just going to say that, though, even though you have these quote-unquote teaser sites out there that are driving the traffic, I think the entire industry is moving to a digital format. Your business wouldn't be online if it wasn't, if you didn't think your customer base was online. So I think more and more we're seeing people shift. You're seeing it across the industry. It's not just adult video. It's also regular video. It's music. The music industry went through the exact same thing. Basically, the adult industry has to embrace this new format and figure out the ways to make it work for them. Digital download and digital, watching things online is basically the next wave. And I think the industry, they've always been in the forefront. They're absolutely going to embrace it and work with it.
Do you expect that someday, like the Vivid Entertainments or the Wickids of the world, they're going to combine to offer a one-stop portal for all of this content?
Well, yeah. I think everyone right now is pushing their stuff online. And the key here is for certain sites not to, commodify the product way too much. Because basically, sites like, companies like Wicked and Vivid, they're concerned right now that there's too much free stuff out there. and that the clips are getting way too long, which is kind of some of the companies that Suzanne works for. And eventually, I mean, what I was talking about before is that you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you, which is putting too much free stuff out on the internet. And then you're going to see companies like Vivid and Wicked start pulling their product away and creating that one-stop shop where pretty much they're going to exclude some of the companies she represents.
But as much as they do that, you have most electronics are becoming more and more affordable. Anybody can go out and buy a video camera. Anybody can figure out how to shoot lights. Yes, the quality is not going to be as high, but the content in one way or another is always going to be out there. So you really just have to figure out the best way to embrace it, maybe even learn from it.
So Suzanne,
Vivid are excellent examples.
But people always gravitate towards good content. I mean, that's why the Vivids, the Wickeds, the Jekyll and Hydes have been able to survive all these years.
Sure.
But is the definition of good content changing because of the internet? Because I think some people now consider good content to be the availability and the ease of accessibility of said content.
I think initially that is the case, but people always gravitate towards good content. I mean, that's why good, big studios survive over the years, while the small secondary studios usually die out.
All right, now, Suzanne.
But you also, I think the standards are changing, though. I think you're finding that there's a better, there's more acceptability in terms of the type of people that you see out there. So it's not always going to be a beautiful blonde with double D breasts. You're going to see women that are thicker and whatnot, and I think that's very exciting for the industry to open that up.
Now, Suzanne, here's my question for you. I mean, yes, An had said, free porn has been on the internet since the internet was created, and that's true. I mean, if you shut off safe search on Google and look for, old rusted instruments, you're going to find some stuff that's really fantastic. But really, these YouTube-esque sites have only come around in the last few years. Do you see that trend dying off in 5 years, or is that going to be the mainstay for the internet?
I think right now we're at a point of flux where we're actually watching the internet react across the board to user-generated content. You have everything from social networking sites all the way through, sites, like PornoTube and these sites. And as they're moving, they're responding to the user needs. And I think once that finishes flexing and growing and getting to a point where it's finally hit its level and found its level, then we can evolve to the next level. Right now, it's so open. The landscape is huge right now. We have no idea where it's going to go.
All right, final word to you, sir. Where do you recommend that customers actually hide their stuff?
Oh, right here.
Oh, you just keep it on you. Okay, Suzanne, what about these digital downloads? I mean, is there a cute kitten folder, or is there some place that's convenient to hide it?
It's a folder with your name on it, sweetheart.
Oh, woman after my own heart. Thanks to our guests, Suzanne and An, for joining us. Thank you, guys, for keeping us in the loop.
Attack of the Show, weeknights at 7, only on G4.